Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the DueDEX channel. This is Farah and I'm the BD manager at DueDEX. So in this video, I'll briefly explain to you how to use the risk manager tool that we've recently developed to make trading easier and more convenient for you guys. So let's get to it. So in order to use the risk management tool, all you need to do is actually select it under this tab. First, you'll see a little message here that will tell you that the risk manager tool only supports leverage from 1 to 25 times, which actually makes sense because beyond that it will make the trade way too risky, which is counterintuitive to the objective of this tool. So here I'm just gonna go ahead and select time 5 for the leverage. And then from now on, it's pretty much intuitive to use. You'll find the same options, buy long and sell short, and then the two order types, which is limit and market. For this example, I'm going to show you under limit. Then, of course, you'll find here the limit price, which you can enter right here by yourself. Here you will see why actually our tool is very useful. First of all, you get to actually choose your take profit, and you can do this by sliding up and down here and selecting at which point you want to trigger your take profit. It's up to 62.5% here. You could just like set it where you feel it's good for you. It's also possible to just select a price here and type the price manually right here, and you'll be able to see your ROE in percentage right besides it. The same principle applies to stop loss, except that this time you're basically defining at which point you want to stop your loss in case the market goes against you. And it's the same thing, you're free to slide this bar up and down to select that, or you can also do it by manually entering the amount at which you want to stop your loss right here. You'll be able to see the percentage of your loss calculated right besides it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then after that, you'll be able to see here that we have quantity, and quantity here represents basically the amount of equity out of your entire equity, how much you're actually willing to risk. And the same, it's the same intuitive way here of sliding the bar up and down or manually entering the amount you're willing to risk out of your equity. Now, please note here, let me show you so you would actually see what I mean. Right, here because we have the percentage of our stop loss less than the amount of equity you're willing to risk, it makes sense that you will get an invalid value. So make sure that it's not the case, please. Okay? And then if you slide down, you will see that here you'll have two very useful numbers calculated for you. First is the risk, which represents how much you would lose if you end up triggering your stop loss. And second is the reward if you end up, and this is the amount you would win if you end up actually triggering your take profit. So if you notice here, changing the quantity changes these numbers right here, obviously. So once you do that, you'll also be able to notice that there's the risk and reward ratio here, which is also an indicator of how profitable or how good is your trade, etc. So it's up to you to set, as you can see, each value, and the numbers will help you to determine whether this is, a good trade for you or not. The same principle applies under the market tab, except that you'll be able to set your take profit, stop loss, as well as the quantity of your equity but once you place the order, it'll be taken at the last market price right here. And if I go back here to our example, to the limit, down here you're able to set your time and force as always, your trigger type as well from last, index, and mark, as well as ensure that you are a market maker by selecting the post only option right here. Okay, so for our example, I'm gonna actually enter a number here, a value, just for our example, maybe 8,600. There's a reason why I put it under a value below this number so that my order doesn't match immediately. It would actually appear under the active orders, just like right now. I'm gonna place the order. A little message will tell you that it's successful, and you'll see it appear under your active orders because of the fact that I put a number less than the last market here, market price here. Then my TP and SL calculation would come out accurate. So that's the reason I'm warning you about this. The last thing to note about the risk managing tool is that once you have an active order here or an open position, you cannot use it, so please keep that in mind. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed our little tutorial. Please have a happy trading on DueDEX.